today to have a direct conversation about something that really matters to the public, the governance, the financial management, and the leadership of TLM. It's important to remember that TLM isn't just a company, it's a public asset. Its performance affects the services our people use every day and the trust they place in us. And lately, well, in all fairness, for a while now, there's been growing concern in our community, both publicly and privately, about the company's direction and accountability at the top. Now, we could have waited for a larger, more formal inquiry, but I believe public concerns deserve timely answers, and as the Chair Lady just alluded to, a question hour is the right tool for this. It allows us to get clarity from the source without unnecessary delay. This isn't yet a call for a full-scale investigation. It's about a focused dialogue to clear the air. The questions we're asking about the quick scan results, company expenditures, and the delay in appointing a permanent CEO are straightforward. They're not meant as accusations, but as a necessary step to get the answers the people of St. Martin deserve. And just to be clear, some viewers might wonder why the finance minister is here to answer questions concerning TLM. The reason for that is also straightforward. The minister has taken up the role as a shareholder representative as it pertains to TLM on behalf of the Council of Ministers. That means that all communication and inquiries between Parliament and TLM must and can only go through her office. We can't provide oversight if we don't understand the situation. This meeting is about getting that understanding, so we can all move forward with confidence or, if deemed necessary, a subsequent meeting. For in the end, the foundation of good governance is not complexity, but understanding. We cannot oversee what we don't know, just as we cannot defend the public trust without first ensuring that the public is properly informed. Hence today's meeting. Thank you.
Questions posed by MP York. Question 1 had to do with the results of the recent quick scan. A quick scan was conducted as phase 1 of TLM's path toward financial independence. The results of the quick scan summarized actions needed to be taken to guarantee survival of TLM. It emphasized the need for the sale of TLM building, the need for capital investments, a comprehensive financial turnaround plan that focuses on improving liquidity and cash conversion, and an operational turnaround plan. Question 2, MP York wanted to know if the results could be made public. In accordance with the Landverordening Openbaarheid van Bestuur, government documents are in principle public and can be shared with Parliament. However, the quick scan of TLM contains information that is commercially sensitive and directly tied to the company's negotiations with creditors and financial partners. Full disclosure could therefore affect both TLM's financial position and the country's economic interests. As such, these results of the quick scan cannot be made public. Question 3, what is government's plan of action to address the findings of the quick scan? Government remains in close contact with TLM. What is essential is the financial and operational turnaround plan. Together with TLM, discussions are being held to ensure that the turnaround plan needed as outlined in the quick scan is executed at the soonest. In addition, government is finalizing a 3.5 million guilder guarantee to secure TLM's severance program, ensuring former employees continued to be paid. This arrangement also gives TLM the opportunity to access $1 million in liquidity to support its operations. In addition, it relieves TLM from having to currently pay an amount of 1.6 million guilders to Vida Nova. The issuance of this guarantee comes with conditions agreed upon with TLM to ensure long-term financial stability of the company. Question 4, can Parliament receive a copy of the quick scan? I fully recognize Parliament's right to be informed. For this reason, I was prepared to share the report via the confidential route. However, after verifying with TLM, we were informed that due to the sensitive nature of the information contained in the report, it cannot be shared at this time. Nonetheless, I remain willing to request formal advice from the Department of Legal Affairs and Legislation to determine whether the report can still be shared under certain conditions. This advice will be requested as soon as possible. TLM has, however, confirmed its willingness to hold a closed-door meeting in which the findings of the quick scan can be presented and discussed in a confidential setting. Question 5, traveling expenditures of the TALEM Management Board in the last 12 months. Please note, this answer was received directly from TALEM's management. The TALEM Management Board's traveling expenditure, which includes the Supervisory Board, TALEM staff, and Management Board, amounted to approximately 230,000 or 231,000 guilders over the last 9 months. This figure reflects a conscious effort by management to limit travel and prioritize financial prudence given the company's current financial constraints. To break down that amount, Senior Management Board, approximately 75,000, Supervisory Board, approximately 51,000, TALEM staff, approximately 105,000 guilders, totaling the 231. Question 6, traveling expenditures of consultants engaged by TALEM in the last 12 months. Please note that this answer too was received directly from TALEM's management. The traveling expenditure of consultants engaged by TALEM over the last 12 months totaled approximately 170,000 guilders. This reflects a single engagement under the network project, demonstrating TALEM's commitment to minimizing external consultancy costs. Cost of the project team, lodging project team, 120,000 approximately. Car rental project team, 39,000 approximately. Miscellaneous, 10,000 approximately, totaling 170,000 approx. Next question. This is question 7. Positions vacated by relieved employees are currently being filled by consultants. Please note that this too was received directly from TALEM's management. Following the 2024 restructuring process, TALEM has streamlined its operations to ensure future readiness. Currently, only 3 consultants, 2 of whom are local, serve in line functions. All other consultants are engaged on a project basis, reflecting TALEM's strategic shift towards a leaner and more efficient organizational model. Question 8, CEO search been completed? Why has a new CEO not yet been appointed? And when can this appointment be expected? The CEO recruitment process was conducted by BDO with a final recommendation submitted in December. A nomination was then presented to the shareholders in May 2025, and the appointment is now pending their feedback. Following the completion of the quick scan in July 2025, the intention is to proceed with phase 3 of the turnaround plan and appoint a qualified leader to implement it. The decision on the nominated candidate will be shared with TALEM next week. Next question. Are there any measures being considered to ensure leadership continuity and accountability at TALEM, particularly at the management board level? In addition to providing the guarantee, the government is also taking steps to strengthen leadership continuity and accountability within TALEM. As part of phase 3, following the completion of the turnaround plan, the government will finalize the supervisory board appointments and address key C-suite leadership positions to ensure stable and effective management capable of executing the turnaround strategy. TALEM is required to participate in monthly review meetings with government, during which financial results, liquidity, and compliance will be closely monitored, commencing the last Wednesday in the month of October. Importantly, should TALEM fail to meet its financial or operational obligations for more than 1 month, the government reserves the right to intervene directly at the shareholders' level to protect the company's stability and the public's interest. These measures are designed to secure effective leadership, improve accountability, and build the foundation for TALEM's long-term stability. Question 10, how is government ensuring proper oversight of TALEM's financial stability? Conditions have been established to enable the government to provide guarantee, including the obligation for TALEM to submit monthly financial reports and to participate in monthly meetings to keep government updated on its financial status. Additionally, the turnaround plan will serve as a key component in guiding the next steps. In phase 3, following the receipt of the turnaround plan, which is expected to provide crucial input, the government can proceed to address governance matters by finalizing supervisory board appointments and strengthening the C-suite leadership. Next question. Question 11. What have the financiers submitted to government and to TALEM, including any formal request, conditions, or agreements? While meetings were held with the financiers, a formal letter was also submitted to the shareholder on March 28, 2025, reinforcing the same concerns that had been previously discussed. From the financier's perspective, it remains important to see a clear demonstration of the government's commitment to supporting TALEM. In TALEM's most recent correspondence to government, the company indicated that should it be unable to pay 1.6 million guilders in addition to its regular monthly payments, Vida Nova would, as of October, discontinue payments to former TALEM employees. This matter has since been addressed following discussions held with both TALEM and Vida Nova. The government responded by expressing its willingness to provide a guarantee of 3.5 million guilders. This arrangement, now being finalized, ensures that Vida Nova has a security of 7.5 million. This measure guarantees the continued payment of obligations to former TALEM employees while simultaneously providing TALEM with liquidity relief to support its ongoing operations. The current and former employees of TALEM have played a vital role in providing essential telecommunication services to the people of St. Martin over the years. The restructuring of the company was undoubtedly a challenging process, and I recognize that it may have caused uncertainty for many former employees. These individuals should not have to face any additional uncertainty regarding the timely receipt of their monthly payments. As such, ensuring the continuity and reliability of these payments remains a top priority for government. There was also a discussion regarding the much-needed sale of the TALEM building, a matter that I have been actively reviewing. Together with representatives from VROMI, a site visit of the building was conducted. VROMI is currently assessing whether the facility could be suitable to accommodate the tax office and the receiver's office. In addition, discussions have been held with APS to explore possible financing options. While government is considering the feasibility of purchasing the property, TALEM has been advised to continue with its sale process in the meantime to avoid unnecessary delays.
MP York, you have the floor.
For my question number 8, we're about questioning the CEO search and what's taking so long with appointing a new CEO. I think if I understood the minister correctly, Madam Chair, the minister explained that BDO's report was finished in December. It was presented to the shareholder in May, and the end of October, a decision will be communicated, a communication will be made with TALEM concerning that, based on the findings of the quick scan, et cetera, et cetera. But what I'm confused with, the quick scan has been completed since July. So why the time between July and now, and coincidentally after this meeting, to make a decision based on the future of the leadership as it pertains to TALEM? Question 7, how many vacated positions were filled by relieved employees are currently being filled by consultants? I understood that there are only 3 permanent consultants there at TALEM, and the rest on project basis, but there are some projects that are been running for a long time. I would like to have the exact number of total consultants, please. So also those on project basis. Question 9, are there any additional measures being considered to ensure leadership continuity? I didn't really get any timelines as where that was concerned, besides the naming of the potential nominee for CEO. And the minister made clear that TALEM is open to having a closed-door meeting. Understood. So I only have 2 more questions. As it pertains to expenditures, company expenditures, does TALEM have a list of, I'm sure they do, a list to you, Madam Chair, a list of all that is owed to them and all that they owe to other institutions? So is there a list on total things owed to institutions and what those institutions owe to TALEM?
Are you SXV insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXV is cardless. Request your My SXV account today and enter the virtual office of SXV. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXV, yeah, your social and health insurances.
24/7 TV programming on www.stmartinmediacenter.com, SXM Daily News, PBS NewsHour, Now You Know, Com programs, documentary, entertainment, sports events, Saturday children's hours, religion programs, and movies. Click on SXM TV broadcast to see your favorite programs.
St. Martin, as heavy rain falls across our region, we urge all residents and visitors to exercise caution and stay alert. Here are the areas prone to street flooding, flash floods, and/or rock slides. Avoid these locations until water levels subside. Atillage Road Roundabout, Cul-de-Sac. Arch Road, Sucker Garden. Beacon Hill Road, Simpson Bay. Atillage Road, Border Monument, Belvedere, Lower Princess Quarter. Billy Folly Road, Coal Bay. Emma Plain, Phillipsburg. L.B. Scott Road, Cul-de-Sac. Rhine Road, Lowlands. Welcalacan Road, Low K Roundabout, Cahill, Little Bay. Well Road, Wellington Road, and Orange Grove Road, Coal Bay. Yancho Rousquin Boulevard, Point Blanche, and Sakersgut Road, Cul-de-Sac. Remember, safety comes first. Let's work together to keep our community safe. This public service announcement is brought to you by the Department of Communication.
This status is not given. It is not something that happened to us. It is an act of self-determination. And as such, it was something we as a people had to work towards and for. And now, 15 years later, it is something that calls for us to continuously adjust and adapt to our circumstances for the benefit of the people of St. Martin. Although the achievements on our journey so far may be categorized as isolated and sporadic, acknowledgement of these achievements provide validation, drives motivation, and encourages us to take on future challenges. Not in the least of our achievements has been starting from a disadvantageous position and nevertheless succeeding in establishing, building, and maintaining certain institutions and departments from the ground up. One of which is our Constitutional Court, the only court of its kind within our kingdom, ensuring compliance of legislation with the Constitution. Noteworthy in this regard is also the Integrity Chamber. Notwithstanding the circumstances under which the chamber came into existence, they have been proving their added value by promoting and seeking to enhance integrity within government. While the achievements may have been few and far between, the lessons and areas for improvement have been in abundance. One area that stands out is the frequent changes in government. The instability with all its consequences, lack of policy continuity, lack of trust in institutions, lack of foreign investment, in short, lack of progress, all at the expense of the people. The focus needs to shift from politics and politicians to policies and people. Good luck. The speakers, video presenters, and panelists today will give insight from their respective fields and experience on how we can capitalize on the lessons learned, with the keynote, bringing it all together and sharing with us some nuggets of wisdom as prospects for the future. The overall objective of the annual Governors Symposium is the promotion of good governance. It is a platform for engagement on topics that are relevant to the time and issues pertinent to societal needs, and promotes and encourages discussion, presentations, and exchange of ideas that sensitize leaders of our society to develop initiatives directed at the further development and strengthening of programs and policies to improve St. Martin's resilience and sustainability, with the goal to further enhance the well-being of the people of St. Martin. Without further ado, I hereby declare the 2025 Governors Symposium open. I hope you have an enjoyable experience and that you leave here today inspired. I thank you.
I think the real question that we must ask ourselves today is not what the past 15 years have done to St. Martin, but rather how has our long and complex history shaped these past 15 years of autonomy. So I think it's a big difference in looking to these 15 years. Today we look not only at 15 years since 10, but I think to a time span of approximately only 170 years of turbulent, impactful development of our constitutional status. Actually, for me, it's only 4 generations for me to have an imagination about the time span that I'm talking about. It's only 170 years of struggle, determination, and resilience. For me, this story is of my great-grandfather that I didn't know, my grandfather that I knew, my father, of course, and myself, just for you to realize what for a short period we are talking about. What were actually the constitutional interventions and evolutions that took place? You have to realize that we are a child born in a house. And you have to realize that it will be, and I will mention that, 13 different intervention moments actually manipulating, reforming the same people of St. Martin. It's as if you have a child in a house and you change the rules of the house 13 times. Let's start with the change in rules that took place. From 1828 to 1845, we had the leeward colony of Curaçao, Aruba, and St. Martin, and the windward colony existing of St. Martin, Statia, and Saba. They were merged together with Suriname. This construction formed part of the Dutch West Indies possession. In Dutch, de Nederlandse West-Indische bezettingen. And then in 1845, again, a new restructuring took place. The administrative union with Suriname was all of a sudden dissolved, and the 6 islands were merged into one colony, the colony of Curaçao and its dependencies, what we call in Dutch, Kolonie Curaçao en diens onderhorigheden. These islands were all governed from Willemstad, Curaçao, but I can tell you, St. Martin was not amused with this change. And then we make a shift from 1845 to 1863, the abolition of slavery. Do not underestimate what that does with the people. And then from 1863, we move forward to 1945. Indonesia, that was part of the structure, declared itself independent. And 4 years later, in 1949, the Netherlands recognized it, and what was once the United Kingdom of the Netherlands all of a sudden became the Kingdom of the Netherlands. And then we move forward to 1948. During this roundtable conference between the Netherlands, Suriname, and 6 islands, again, a new constitutional status emerged, in 1949, revision of the Dutch constitution called the Grondwetherziening marked the birth of country of the Netherlands Antilles. And then again, from 1948, being Netherlands Antilles, we moved to 1951. The island regulation era was implemented. What was that actually? That was each island obtained its own elected island council with commissioners and a lieutenant governor serving as the link to the central government in Curaçao and Willemstad. That was not enough. In 1954, the charter, the highest regulation within the kingdom, was drafted. An adjustment moment, again, for the people of St. Martin. Then we jumped to 1983. In 1983, the Roundtable Conference in Den Haag took place. The future constitutional status of the Netherlands Antilles was discussed. The main outcome was the decision to grant Aruba separate status. We went from 6 islands to 5 islands in 1983, and Aruba got the separate status called the status aparte. It was not enough. In 1994, the first referendum was held on the Windward Islands. The referendum produced a clear outcome that everybody expected or not, but we decided we want to stay in the constellation of the Netherlands Antilles. Again, restlessness. 2000 again, there was again a referendum in St. Martin, and all of a sudden now, the outcome is we want a own status. 10 years later, let's move on with the same people, making them more confused. We have again, in 10-10-10, the Netherlands Antilles was dissolved, and St. Martin obtained country status.
Your social and health insurance is your social and health insurances.
Are you SXV insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXV is cardless. Request your My SXV account today and enter the virtual office of SXV. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
Your social and health insurances.
24/7 TV programming on www.stmartinmediacenter.com, SXM Daily News, PBS NewsHour, Now You Know, com programs, documentary, entertainment, sports events, Saturday children's hours, religion programs, and movies. Click on SXM TV broadcast to see your favorite programs.
I've had the pleasure of meeting most of you during the course of this journey, and for some, this will be the first of many interactions, I hope, where we would be able to collaborate and work together towards this future St. Martin. Today marks a significant moment in the journey, as a lot of time and effort and commitment was put into this project and put into this transformation, actually. This did not happen overnight. It is definitely the result of a lot of years of hard work to get to this point, and it will be continuous hard work to continue to move the project and to move this initiative forward. At its core, this is really a foundational project. So what I mean by that is the outcome of this project is based pretty much laying the foundation for future innovation, modernization on St. Martin. So whether this directly or indirectly impacts everyone in this room or us as residents of this island, this is actually going to be laying that core foundation for these future endeavors. I believe digital transformation really is more transformation than anything else. So, while I am involved and I like to talk about all the technical aspects because I am a big techie, really it is about the transformation process. So it is actually transforming the way we think, the way we approach things, the way we work, and the way we serve the community. It means changing the mindsets and creating a culture that pretty much focuses on innovation, continuous improvement, but without losing the identity at its core, without losing St. Martin's identity at its core. But transformation takes time and effort. It doesn't happen with the launch of a new system or an app, and it surely won't stop at the end of this project. It only happens through consistent collaboration, learning, and participation, which is why we're here today. Today really is about awareness and co-design. And as we start to transition to implementing these core solutions, fundamental solutions that directly or indirectly impacts all of us, it is important to ensure that everyone can contribute in shaping how digital services work. So as we start the day, I would like to thank all of you for being here. This is very, very critical. This is a huge moment. And for your continued dedication to building a smart, fast, and reliable St. Martin. With that, I would like to have the rest of the members of the digital leadership team step forward so that everyone can see who you are. I would start with Fabiana Arnaud, our PSC lead. I would like to invite Audrey St. Louis Jack, our communication officer. Janelle Presentacion, our project officer. Eric Stekete, our change manager, guru. And also our workstream project managers who are definitely putting a lot of effort and commitment into this project to make sure it's a success. So I'll start with Michelle Williams and Char Charles, our senior project managers for ICT. We are missing Hensley Thomas, who actually just returned from a business trip, as well as Stanley Morillon. But this is basically the team that has been working diligently on this project, and you will see more of them in the coming months, of course. So I thank you.